Hey guys, I'm Keychain. This video is just going to talk about Darth Revan, where I'm at with the farming, and why a lot of people think it's going to be a more difficult event than Revan was. So I have up here the original post from Chrome. The thing that people are pulling off of this is they show which characters are needed. And HK has been farmable for a long time. And if you don't know about it, HK47 and Bastille are getting reworks. They haven't released anything on that yet. But right here is the key word. It will be a difficult task to reclaim the Sith throne. We think that's a hint, and we think it means it's going to be difficult. Oh, and the part about the rework is right down here. But this word difficult is what we think it's going to be a harder event than Revan. So let me jump over here and I'll show you where I'm at. I don't know how many of you watched my video. I published a video back on February 3rd about Darth Revan coming and the HK47 rework being imminent. It was my biggest video, had 600 views almost. And I got a lot of pushback and people saying, don't tell people what to farm and, things like that. And you don't know what you're talking about. But here it is. If anybody listened, then if you had started farming on February 3rd, that would give you 46 days from when the event started, or when the event is potentially starting. Which there was a new post that said basically that the event might start on the 21st, but it's not guaranteed. And that one is here with the trailer. So it said previous versions of the video went live earlier today that contained a date of March 21st. This was posted in error and the date is not finalized at this point. The Scourge of the Old Republic event could, underlined could, start on this date. There are still aspects we are finalizing and can't commit to the date unless we are absolutely certain it will go live on that day. So it might get pushed back even a week after that. And if that happened, that would give you even more time. Even if it was pushed a couple days. So I've been farming Juhani. Well, I was farming Juhani and Karth only, pretty much. Juhani, I was doing 32 times a day. I was doing my 3 energy refreshes for normal energy for 150 crystals. And I was doing a 25 crystal, a 50 crystal, and a 100 crystal refresh. So the total cost for her was 275 crystals per day. For Karth, I was doing 300 crystals of fleet arena refreshes, and either 2 or 3 refreshes, depending on the energy rollover and stuff like that. I was not doing any Cantina refreshes during this, so that I was saving crystals, or else I would have just been burning through crystals. But with my fleet arena rank and my arena rank, I'm getting somewhere around 700 crystals a day. So I was staying under that between these two. Karth is almost done. Juhani's almost done. So I went Fallen Bastilla. I still use Treya in arena. So Fallen Bastilla is in my arena team. So I gear 12 her. I also gear 12 HK. I didn't have any gear on him. If you guys watched the video from February, I level 85 him and went to gear 10. Today I pushed through and decided to go all the way to gear 12 with him. And I've been hoarding gear in Zetas like crazy. Ever since that February 2nd video, I've been hoarding everything. So I have 100 Zeta materials, 87 Omegas, 317 of the purple materials. let's see, where's a good spot to show some of my hoarding. These right here, these MK6 droid collars, I need to stock back up on those because I spent a lot of them on Fallen Bastilla. But I've got mostly 150 of everything that's important. This one I'm not quite sure if it's going to be needed, but it is for attacker type characters, so it could be. So I might need to farm a little bit more of these. And then let's go over here. It shows, there's not really good pieces in here right now. I have 200 stun guns. I've got 228 stun cuffs. I think I have something like, I have 130 of these boom boxes. I'm pretty well stocked up on stuff. So I'm hoping that I can go straight to gear 12. But yeah, the next thing I want to talk about in this is what to farm next when you finish. There is a keyword in this newsletter, if I can click properly. In this newsletter, I saw this on Reddit. After using the Star Forge to create a massive fleet, Darth Revan has returned to crush the Republic. Well, Sith Marauder and Sith Assassin's ships, B-2 Extinction Class Bomber and Sith Fighter, have been farmable for a while now. There's been speculation for a long time on new capital ships coming, including the Malevolence, which was leaked in the first leak back in like November of 2018, and that hasn't come to fruition yet, but every other thing on that list has. Well, with the exception of Mythic Raids. So Mythic Raids and Malevolence haven't come true from that list, but everything else has. The Grievous rework, C-3PO, all of that stuff. Everything from the current leak has come true so far. There was no mention of capital ship, but I think if they were going to do one and they wanted to try and capitalize on it with some money, they would require Sith Fighter, B-2 Extinction Bomber, somehow tie in the Emperor's Shuttle, and either Han's Millennium Falcon or the brand new, well, most definitely if they were going to use the other ones, brand new Ebon Hawk. So they would do Ebon Hawk, the 2 Sith ships, and, well, maybe all Sith ships. So if we go to Sith ships, you'll see there's a lot of them now. And it would be the first faction that has a full set. There's 5 Sith ships. So if they wanted to require 5 ships for an event, this would be it. This is a new one. You'd have to spend the next time it comes around. We don't know the frequency, but it could come around soon. And people are going to have to save energy and dump a bunch of crystals into it. People could have been farming these the whole time. And these 2 ships are older, so people have had plenty of time to farm them. So this would be a good way for them to go. They could also tie in Millennium Falcon and Ebon Hawk somehow, I'm not sure. Or if there's 2 different capital ships, if they were doing Grievous and the Malevolence, they could easily tie in Han's Falcon and some other ships, maybe clone ships, add another clone ship to it. And, you know, having clone ships come in to be required for the Grievous event could be something. They could add ships for the other clones. There's lots of clones and lots of different clone ships. There's just lots of things that could happen. So if you don't have anything to farm and you don't want to fall behind, I think, based on my speculations, and you can see that my predictions are pretty often true, that something is going to come in the future that's going to require Sith ships or the Ebon Hawk. They have to find a way to make money on it, and using ships that everybody's been able to farm for 2 years isn't going to make them any money. They're going to use the new stuff, which the 2 new Sith ships, the Emperor's Shuttle, Millennium Falcon, those are all new. They already used these bounty hunter ships for something. I went back to farming these two with my energy, so I can finish these up and have it done so I can 7-star Millennium Falcon next time around. But I'm also putting energy into, as soon as Karth is done, I'm going back to farming Sith Fighter, and then I'm putting my 8 into this guy right now. Once I finish these two up, I'll probably move to doing 16 or 24 pulls a day on B-28 bomber. So that's about it. That's all I wanted to talk to you about today. If you guys didn't watch my video on Darth Revan coming back from February 3rd, I will have it linked in the comments below. Feel free to go watch that and like it. Going back, I had no actual knowledge of it, just a leak, and I committed to it. And at minute, it looks like at minute, trying to find the spot where I go all in on HK. So I level HK at about minute 5.5. I level him 85 and spend 4 or 5 minutes gearing him as high as I was comfortable gearing him at that point. So again, if you like my videos, like and subscribe. I'll be doing a lot of Grand Arena content with my main, and then I'm leveling an alt that I've been working on for a while. It's level 80, so it will be ready sometime in the next month or so. It's 100% free to play, but it's been #1 in ships since ships unlocked. That's what I focused on. I've been going for ships, and it's been #1 in ships, so I have a good crystal income. My arena top 100, not super amazing, but I went different than everybody else who's got Bastilla and went Revan and things like that. I went First Order just because I wanted to do something different. First Order was fun to play against Phoenix instead of the Phoenix on Phoenix mirror match and nonsense. And you guys remember that, or if you haven't, level and alt, you remember that Phoenix on Phoenix is it's like Revan on Revan. It's terrible. There's so much RNG and just back and forth, and the matches take 4 or 5 minutes. It's just not fun. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys for the Revan Unlock video or Grand Arena, whichever comes next. Not sure. Thanks.